Tonight you are going to vanish. Not dramatically. You will lie down, pull up the blanket, think one ordinary thought, and then gone. Hours will pass. And tomorrow, when you try to remember the exact second you fell asleep, you reach for it and find nothing there. A tiny hole right in the middle of your own life. You can remember getting into bed. You can remember staring at the ceiling. You might even remember deciding to sleep. But the actual border, the frame where awake flips to asleep, is never in the footage. So where does that moment go? The easy answer is that the brain just switches off. Lights out, nothing left to record. But that is wrong, and the truth is so much stranger. Your brain does not power down when you sleep. It stays busy all night, filtering sounds, building dreams, repairing the day. So the mystery is not a brain that goes silent. It is a brain that stays awake, while the part of you that says, "I am here," quietly stops writing things down. Here is the idea that unlocks everything. Living a moment and saving a moment are two completely different jobs. You do this all day. You read the same line in a book 3 times and absorb none of it. You drive a familiar street and arrive remembering nothing about the trip. Someone tells you their name, and it is gone before they finish shaking your hand. You were fully awake for all of it. The experience just never got saved. Now take that everyday glitch and crank it to maximum. That is falling asleep. The border even has a name. Sleep onset. Scientists call its first stage N1, the no man's land between awake and asleep. Wake someone here and they will swear they were never asleep. Their brain had already stepped across, but the part that reports it had not gotten the memo. And in this fog, your mind starts to malfunction in a very specific way. It starts seeing things. A thought bends into a picture. A stray sound becomes part of a half-dream. You are planning tomorrow and suddenly you are walking down a hallway that does not exist. These are hypnagogic images, the static your brain plays as it tunes from one channel to another. Sometimes one is strong enough to yank you awake. A falling sensation, a jerk, a nonsense sentence. And because you wake instantly, you remember it. But if you do not wake up, the image dissolves. Not because it did not happen, but because nothing was there to save it. Think of a night guard whose only job is to write down the exact second the lights go out. There is just one problem. The guard runs on the same power as the lights. As the room dims, his pen slows, his eyes droop, and the instant the lights finally die is the instant he can no longer write. The recorder and the thing being recorded are the same machine. That is you every single night. This is why you can never catch yourself falling asleep. You lie there and think, not tonight, tonight I will notice it. But noticing is the problem. Attention is a hand gripping the edge of a pool. As long as you keep holding on, you have not drifted away. The moment you finally let go is the moment there is no one left holding the stopwatch. And here is the final twist. Sleep is actually fantastic for memory. At night, your brain replays and files away your whole day. But organizing the library after closing is not the same as recording the exact second the door's locked. So the missing moment is not proof that you shut off. It is the one experience you are guaranteed to have and guaranteed to never keep. Every night on purpose, you walk yourself up to that border. You turn off the lights, you stop holding on, and you let the most familiar version of you quietly disappear. Through a door you will never remember crossing. Sleep well tonight. You will not notice it happen.